Right now, even as you're watching this, your mind is talking. Maybe it's thinking about today, maybe tomorrow, maybe something embarrassing that happened years ago. Or maybe it's wondering whether you're even paying attention. The strange part is, you didn't choose any of those thoughts. They simply appeared. So why does your brain keep talking, even when you desperately want silence?
Hello, everyone. This is The Quiet Signal, where we explore the psychology behind the world around us. We often imagine the mind as something we control, but the truth is, your brain was never designed to stay quiet. It was designed to keep you alive. That means constantly predicting, remembering, planning, and searching for problems before they happen. The voice in your head isn't a bug. It's one of the oldest survival tools you've ever had. But in the modern world, that same tool can become exhausting. Imagine your ancestors walking through a forest. If they stopped paying attention, they might miss the sound of a predator or forget where food was hidden. The people who constantly anticipated danger were more likely to survive. Your brain inherited that system. It never truly relaxes. Even when nothing is happening, it keeps asking questions. What if? Did I forget something? What happens tomorrow? Your mind isn't trying to ruin your peace. It's trying to prepare you for what comes next. The problem is, today's dangers are rarely lions or storms. They're emails, deadlines, relationships, and imagined futures. Scientists have discovered that when you're not focused on a task, your brain doesn't become inactive. It switches into something called the default mode network. This network is responsible for your inner dialogue. It's why your mind drifts during a shower, while driving, before falling asleep, or even while watching this video. It begins replaying memories, imagining conversations, predicting the future, comparing your life to others. In other words, your brain fills silence with you. Thinking helps you solve problems. Overthinking creates problems that don't exist. The difference is subtle. A useful thought ends with action. An unhelpful thought keeps looping. You replay the same conversation, the same mistake, the same fear, believing that if you think about it one more time, you'll finally find the answer. But most of the time, you're not solving anything. You're simply strengthening the habit. The more often your brain walks the same mental path, the easier it becomes to return there. That's why overthinking feels automatic. Because in many ways, it is. Here's the part most people never realize. Just because your brain produces a thought doesn't mean you have to believe it. Thoughts are suggestions, not commands. Your mind can imagine failure, without failure being inevitable. It can replay old mistakes without those mistakes defining who you are. The goal isn't to stop thinking completely. No one can. The goal is to notice your thoughts without letting every single one take control. Because the loudest voice in your head isn't always the wisest one. Your mind never stops talking because it was never designed to. It's constantly searching, planning, remembering, protecting. That's what helped humans survive. But surviving isn't the same as living. The next time your thoughts refuse to slow down, remember this. You don't have to silence your mind to stop letting it control you. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is simply let a thought pass without following it. And in that quiet moment, you might finally realize that you are far more than the voice inside your head.
Subscribe to understand better human psychology